Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Or good evening, wherever you happen to be. Looks like a small crowd this morning. Welcome, Johnny. Thank you for the introduction. And we are back in Shattered Space. This is, again, Alex. Let me do a real quick introduction to this guy. He is at, where's he at right now? He's at level 59. I did a tiny amount of wandering around at the end of the stream last night. Hey, Robert, good morning. And he did kick up over another level. I did a little bit of work here in the ship too, just to show off some of the goodies we found. I'm going to run through those real quickly. I almost ran right past them. These are some of the Varun armor sets that we picked up. That is the Zealot armor set. That's part of it. I think there's a third set I haven't picked up as well. Some of the Varun clothing with purple and copper maybe. And I found a hat in one of the sites that we were on. Couple of weapons. We've got a quick strike. That's a Varun weapon as well. Star shards, certainly we've had those. There's another quick strike. That is a lower end version of the Varun Starstorm. I'm carrying one of those. Haven't used it a lot, but I am carrying it. And this is the Exterminator modified Varun Penumbra. I don't have a lot of rounds of ammunition for this one, but I am carrying a version of this. I think that poisons. This one is against plus 30% against aliens. I'm not sure what I'm carrying. And that's kind of it. There's some nice bladed weapons as well that we have looked at too. So what did we do last time? Last time, I don't know, a little thing happened yesterday. They dropped Shattered Space, the DLC. Hopefully everyone that is interested in that that has already purchased it has been able to successfully download it and get it running and trigger it. We did that yesterday. I'm on PC and I was pretty fortunate. I did some prep and some backup work ahead of time to make sure that I could strip the game back down to as vanilla as possible. I did later load it up on the Xbox. I didn't have any problems on mine, so maybe some of those issues were earlier in the day, and some of those issues hopefully got resolved and people found ways around it. Unfortunately, I'm not a good tech support person in that respect, so we did that. We got to the Oracle, the space station, went through that. That was good content, and made it here to Dazra on Varun Kai. Back up here, and we started working on the main quest and several items in that and some side quests as well. Now, in the time since my last live stream, I did wander around. I took the buggy out. I didn't assume everybody wanted to watch me drive around in the buggy, as great a driver as I am in the buggy, and I did explore and touch a lot of these. I didn't close any of them out. I didn't try to work through them. I did wander down and poke around. One of these is full of pirates, and I wanted to see what that was like as well. And so there's definitely pirates, spacers, and a fair number of zealots out here. So, and I checked out all the temples too. I think I was thinking about doing a first impressions video. It seems like all the rage, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit and do one after today that has a little more experience in actually playing through the content. I don't want to just drop something out there that says, hey, I just started, you should start too. So we're going to do that as well. I did the show and tell inside there. I'm going to rename the ship at some point in time the Revenant, because that's the title they gave me. I think, if I got that right, I was called that because of the two idols that I picked and put up on the stands during the path of the Serpent's Path. And I assume if you pick different idols out of the four, you got a slightly different title. And if that's the case, feel free to let me know in the chat and share what your title is if yours is not the Revenant. I think there are others I've heard, so that was pretty cool. I think today my goal is certainly to get back to the main quest, and I think, pardon me there, Robert had asked me at the end of the stream yesterday if I was going to try to do it all in one shot, and I appreciate the reminder because I was just having so much fun. I wasn't paying attention. I just kept going, but I did want to take a break. I wasn't going to stay up all night and stream, but we are past the initial excitement of the DLC launch. We are past the drama, in some cases the trauma of the technical issues, and hopefully, like I said, people are getting past that. I do want to follow up if I can find the place. Where is this? Is that not the Citizens? Is that the bar, the Herald's Rest? I do want to follow up with the two brothers and see if a day, and I have slept in here, to see if a day has made a difference on the two brothers and their path. So that's the bar. I remember one brother was under the bar, or he was under their house. Wait a minute, here we go.
No. I was foolish, Amila.
Cool, they're
The
making
duel
up.
is off.
I was not sure about this.
The
I didn't know if
truth
we'd
is
solve
that
their problem or not.
when the duel was sabotaged, I had never felt so relieved in my life. I do
Good
not
job,
want
Borval.
to kill you.
Can everybody hear me?
I'm ashamed to have ever challenged you. I am sorry.
Or if you can't,
I understand if you never want to speak
know.
with me again. I am disgusted in myself.
Oh, come now, brother. I deserved it all. You have shown me nothing but patience.
oh,
for
get back here,
years.
Andreja. Don't get in their business.
Even the patience of a saint can run out.
No joke.
She's very subtle.
Please. I just want
Standing
you
up
to
there
know
looking at him.
that I am sorry.
I am too. I will try to be better. I cannot make any
Do
promises.
the trail.
All I can say is that I will try. I want to make things right.
Overall, good. I'm going to
With
listen to this
every-
real quickly here. I think
But I just do not.
I have, you may not be surprised, I have 3 pages of notes that I did on
One thing
Shattered Space so far. And, you know, I'm going to do a little deeper dive video on that. I'm not going to do it in the middle of this video either, although I think that's a way I could do it. I think they're happy with each other. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't experience any of the bugs, or not much. There were a couple little things here and there. And overall, I love the city. Color, art, music. The gameplay and the quests seem to be what I expected. In some ways, this reminds me a little bit of the color palette of like Outer World. I think it's Outer Worlds, and some other games like that. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. And I'll also mention, I think the combat has been good. I'm happy with that. Like, I'm level 50. I came in here as level 55, and I have, this is as good a time as any to show the gameplay options. I do ramp up damage a little bit, and I have, what do I have here? Combat Affliction gain. So, you know, I was above the level 35 that they wanted, and or that they recommended, right? They said the best experience would be level 35, so I was above that. I didn't know whether that was going to have impacted. I know some people in the comments of some of my videos are talking about they're coming in at level 250 and higher, and so there's a big question as to how this will scale. I saw one of them today talking about part of the cave system we did and how he was getting one shot by some of the vortex horrors, which is pretty cool. So that's either good scaling, right, and the damage comes in steady and it's appropriate for your level. That's been my impression, or maybe that's a bug too, no pun intended. Hey, Seth Simmons, on day 3 of leveling up the new character, did not die instantly. I tried to take, I booted up the Xbox and loaded it on there because I have premium on the Xbox too. I took a level 17 character into the Oracle last night. Hey, Ben. And I started the fight with the Vortex Phantoms in the Oracle with my level 17 character and realized there's probably a reason 35 is recommended. He's a, you know, vanilla, no gameplay options, and he was taking some serious damage right off the bat, which was fun. So I'm looking forward to bringing through a low-level character, maybe, you know, 35 or below. I'm looking forward to bringing through a New Game Plus character, and certainly looking forward to continuing on with Alex here, who is at 59 at this point in time. You got one shot. Yeah, I got killed yesterday. I was not paying attention. Yeah, I think the thing that occurs to me, let's just perch over here, and hopefully this thing won't go into orbit mode. I love the view, first of all. I'm just gonna say this looks fantastic. At night it looks fantastic. During the day it looks fantastic. I went out to one of the way shrines where you can stand up on the top of a mountain and look back over this whole area. It looks fantastic. So what was I saying? I'm like the combat method of front towards enemy. That's what I would call it. That's been my approach so far. Like, I just, you know, I find the enemy, you know, I'm going to flank them, you know, I'm going to stand off with a sniper rifle. That doesn't work. This is very much a game of keep your head on a swivel at this point in time. And I like that. That's really cool. And we got that right off the bat in the Oracle on the Star Station, right? Because the Vortex guys were popping in and out, and it's certainly happening here. Certainly in elements like the cave, where I get turned around. Like, I'm constantly turning around and going a different direction, and I lose track of where I'm at immediately. And I think that's cool for the game. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Seth Simmons, that's about where I am, level 17 on this new run. Good luck. I hope that works. Let me know how that works out for you. This is that's a great. I think that's going to be a fun level. Like I said, I started it last night and it didn't go well. So anyway, these guys are happy with each other now, weren't they? What was I doing here? This was the side of the duel. Is there anybody in here? Can I go talk to him? I was just going to make one other comment. Oh, the Admiral House. I don't need to see what's going on here. We're going to get back to the main quest here in just a second. Is old man Adlam in here? I don't see him. Is this where he was working out? Oh, I hate to interrupt your sleep. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk. Okay, we're not going to talk to him. We're just going to be happy that he's given up on his goal of killing his own brother. So we're going to check that off. I did think about this quest last night. It was interesting. I may have mentioned when we were doing this the other day. This is the second time Bethesda has put some kind of interesting addiction-related thing in here. And maybe the third or fourth, I don't know. Because there was a thing in Sidonia where in the basement, like you could talk to a kid for a quest, and he was talking about how his mom would go to these meetings where they were sad about drinking, and he's like, I drink lots of water, and I never get sad over it. And so I appreciate that. You know, like Bethesda, you know, that's a public service announcement. They're showing a different way. So I'm cool with that. And this quest here was pretty good too. So I'm off on a completely different tangent. I'm going to stop this right now. Where were we? Like I said, last night I picked up, I took the buggy out and wandered around. I'll show you where I went here. I tell you what's interesting. I did this one off screen. This is the Way Shrine of Redemption that you pass by on the way out to Shadow Station Epsilon, which I've been to before. That was one of the first main quest destinations I went to help one of the families. And when I went back to the Way Shrine of Redemption, there was a guy there. I picked up a quest just stopping in and reading the thing, and I kind of got lost and I didn't know where it was. I thought I was just going to wander around to all the temples. You go back to this guy, you talk to him, he gives you a book, and read the book. The book was good to read because it started to give me directions and said go east, and then said go northwest, and it really led me around to all the other temples, which was kind of nice. And you know, I'm enlightened now, I think. You know, as a character, I don't think it changed my title or anything like that, but you know, something different happened. Something happened along the way. So it was a real nice, it was a real nice breadcrumb kind of quest. So as you're doing that, you're like touching all these different places. Like I said, I didn't go in and clear them out, but as it looks like, I'll be able to fast travel around to some of these places and do some things when I need to. And the other thing that's interesting is as I got to the edge of this clearly kind of built up area, these other areas started to pop up on the edge. So I don't know, look at this out here, there's more and more structures. I don't really know how full this is going to be. There is an achievement to find 50. No, Ben, I didn't pick up hide and seek though. The kids, yeah, I heard about that one. Is it worth it? I mean, I'll pick it up eventually, right? I'll absolutely do it. But I am happy to say, and this kind of goes back to the original question, like thoughts on Shattered Space so far from Duve Trell. You know, I'm happy to see like some of this stuff is very much, you know, follow the blue marker, you know, leads us right down the path for the main quest, and that's good. And some of it is you know, very much, we call it the drive-by quest where you wander through, and those look like some of those are deeper than others. Like this one here, I think this was a pretty, with the two brothers goes somewhere. I don't know whether they'll do anything in the future, but you know, that reminds me as well of what is it, the one in New Atlantis where you help the bartender start her business, and then you come back later and you have to help her get investors, and you keep, you know. So those are the hidden gems that are out there, I think, you know, that I should be kind of interweaving into this. So for now, we'll do courier as we get near places. A House Divided. I'm not doing this one right now. I think that's probably a pretty good one too. Scientific Method was a guy who's out there. If we get out near him, we'll pick that up. But for now, we're going to see if we can assist House Vethal. Yeah, Ben, that was my problem. Is the people I saw that were doing it said they couldn't find the kids, and I'm like, I think I'm not going to do that one on stream unless, I don't want to just wander around looking for kids. I have flashbacks of the one in Aquila City where you're helping out the 2 kids. That one wasn't terrible. Is that the House of Vethal? Let's get down here. Let's quit playing Batman.
Seems the Great Serpent has chosen to spare us.
Oh, this is where all the soldiers hang out, huh? I guess we could go through. I'm not going to go through here and loot these guys. What's the point of that? Let's go find out what's going on with House Vethal. That's the plan for today. We'll keep moving forward. We will... Oh. This is the armory. Oh, no wonder. I can't... I was going to say, I thought she was just a vendor. She was not going to let me
Need some
help.
stopping power,
Not going to
huh?
give me weapons.
Well, look who it is. Dazra's very own guest of honor. You must have friends in high places, as I have been authorized to trade with you.
Okay.
I have some impressive firepower on offer.
That's excellent. Are your weapons better than elsewhere in Dazra? Yeah, there's a very angry man in a building who will sell me some guns, but they're probably not that good.
Of
Yeah, I've been in to
course
talk
I
to her
do.
several times, and she wouldn't sell
Now,
me any guns.
What are you buying?
I don't know. What are you selling?
I have some serious firepower here.
That's good, because I don't like comical firepower. First of all, let's see what kind of ammo. Do you have the 20mm particle rockets? Yes, I will take all of those, please. I'll certainly take all the 40mm, since I've been burning through that. Oh, I did find another gun. I'll show that one in a minute. I'm doing okay on the rest of these. What she got? Sort by DPS, refined mag shear, Beowulf, calibrated inflictor. I'm not really using the inflictor right now. Refined penumbra. I don't know what I have. Gotta tell you, lady, for all the time I had to wait to see the inventory, I'm not excited about all this. It's all right. And I don't know why you're carrying pirate gear. Pirates, pirates, pirates. Take your digipix. Okay, so this is the gun that I just found, I think, and I modified it. It's a long fang. Now, this is this is just refined. It's not legendary. It doesn't have any perks on it. So if I can find a nice one, but this thing as a laser rifle, especially when I put ignition beams on it, it's a lot of fun. Just lights things on fire, which is great. And DPS is solid on it, doing pretty good on ammunition, I think. So this is my go-to at this point in time. And what's the other one? The penumbra. I have a crippling tactician's refined penumbra, which I have not shot at anybody, so I need to shoot someone with this thing. I don't know who I'm going to shoot, but we'll find out. Anyway, hopefully we are now. I know that's the direction I'm supposed to go, but let's see what this is. This is the mess hall. Let's go see the command center. Oh, there's an elevator.
But my work has been nothing but
taking
solid
the
from the very beginning. This is Hazmak's handiwork.
It's a prison too.
Accept your duty and channel that.
That looks like the office of the lady on the escape.
This is a complex world.
These look like serious people.
But you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for
Oh,
everyone.
this looks great.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our
Somebody in the
people's
Discord was
entire
using
belief
the
system.
recycler mod.
The fact that he
and,
still breathes
had it
is
really
a
decked
stain
out.
upon the
It
house
looked
Bethal
great.
name.
You would doom us
I will
all
wait
with
for
your
that, but-
pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
He's pretty serious too. Can we have a conversation now? I guess so. He's done.
If you are not a member of House Bethal, you do not belong here.
I'm the speaker for Anasco. Well, hello to you too.
Another high
Vincent,
council
good
lackey
morning.
come begging? I told Lovick no more.
So far, I
Forgive
can't find anybody
He has
where I
been
can spend
forgetting his manners
Astra.
of
That is
late.
absolutely one of those. It was kind of a
Victor,
toss-up, but
this is Anasco's
so
chosen.
far, no.
You recall Lovik sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised.
That's me.
And we do
I'm very
not
promised.
need help, especially from an outsider.
I'm one of you
can't
now.
continue to refuse the council. You must act.
Yes.
Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
I don't see how these situations are connected. Sounds like a poor excuse. You seem like a terrible person. Oh, that's not really there. It's just implied. These are vital matters that could save Dazra. We'll find Varric and bring him back.
You oversimplify. You would think us incapable of such a simple task.
Clearly you are.
You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
It has walls, it has floors, it's full of people. What do I need to know? What would your missing son have to do with house politics? I know you're expected to be a leader and you're acting like a child. Yeah, let's not do that one. You're right, I don't, but I'm here to help, so let me. Okay, how
Is
about
this
that?
not the opportunity you've been looking for,
The
brother?
Great Serpent has sent me
A
to help.
third party capable of finding Varric.
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps
How do I get the
have
impression that the
reacted
leaders of the houses aren't
amazed.
really into the Great
Tell
Serpent?
me,
They kind of use it for power.
Are you well practiced in discretion?
I'm a Ryujin operative. I know all about discretion. Sure, let's do that.
I have heard reports on Ryujin from the Ministry of Conjunction. This news gives me hope.
Good.
As
That
Victoria
paid off.
mentioned,
See, there you go. I have
my
manipulation
son,
and
Varric,
you know, a dialogue
has
option.
left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not
That's not
only
cool.
did he turn his back on his house, but the Great Serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you
traitor.
don't mean it.
He does.
I'm not going to shoot the
Luther.
guy.
He is
I'm gonna
allowing
get his side of the story.
fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead.
Oh no, I got it, lady.
First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Death is the fate of all traitors. Why would Varric leave at a time like this? What did Varric do to turn his back on the Great Serpent? Well, you know, I
My
want to know.
son denounced the very faith that defines Varun's society. He dared to
Oh,
blame
I guess he does take
Anasco
it
for
seriously.
the state of Dazra. Dared to call our faith in the Great Serpent blind. It is heresy and punishable by death.
Yeah, there's a little bit of heresy going on, buddy. I'm not sure everybody that has a crisis of faith needs to be killed for it.
Because he let his weakness get the better of him.
I get it.
He sees himself as a prisoner in this life. He runs from a duty that others would spend their lives coveting. He is my son. He does not get to choose. He was born to inherit my title, and he knows the punishment for refusing to honor it.
It's a story as old as time itself.
I will not speak of her with an outsider, promised or not. Your focus is solely on Vedic.
the Sam is a bad father vibe.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us.
Oh, do I just have to go
I do
along with
not
him?
wish Vedic dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met
What
with
if I
death.
convince him to serve? If it's the law, it's the law. No, we're not going to ask him to make an exception. Why haven't you dealt with it yourself? How does his death relate to the power? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Isn't that interesting? I think they're tipping their hat here.
I will not have it known that I declared my own son a heretic and allowed him to escape our grasp. This knowledge weakens the Ministry of State's authority, something we cannot risk at this time. This is why my interest turned to a third party, someone outside of the noble houses. But we
He's
have yet
yelling
to
at me the whole
determine
time,
someone
isn't he? Like,
trustworthy
he
enough
doesn't have like a lower tone.
until now.
Come on.
The
Yeah, let's
shame
ask him.
Vedic brought
I don't
upon
think they
this
told
house
me
is
about the power.
immeasurable. It stains the very foundation.
Is he talking
I
about
will
power?
not act
Power.
until this house is in order and its members are
I thought he
properly
was talking
aligned
about,
with
like, a
the
power
Great
station.
Serpent.
Oh, he's talking about the big project. I get it. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about one of the outside POIs. You know, like the. Okay, Varric is your son. You can make an exception. If it's the law, it's the law. What does the Ministry of State have to do with it?
Our duty as wardens is to keep the populace tasked and loyal. All must serve both the Great Serpent and
I've heard
House
that.
Varun. No exceptions.
Just so everybody knows. all
Those
must
who
serve.
refuse must be cleansed to stop the spread of corruption.
I did get a tattoo, you know, just so that I fit in as well as I could. If it's the law,
And
it's the
showing
law.
leniency for a house member at a time like this when order is needed most would
Yeah,
be
I
unwise.
don't think I'm going to negotiate this guy into anything.
The law. Our work is not so simple, and you know it. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Vedic and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
Another choice.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Vedic has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death.
Sounds like I can
Only
send him
then
off world and
will
take
I
the ring.
grant you access to the power.
Yeah, there you go. There's my solution. I'll see what I can
See
do.
that you
Yeah,
get
I'm
it
done arguing
done.
with this guy. So this
recommend
reminds
you
me, once
start
again, we
by
go back to
speaking
Far
to
Harbor and we
patrons
think
of the
about like
Herald's
all the
Rest.
different options of who
Some
you
of
can
Vedic's
get rid of, and
associates there may know where he
there's
went.
an impact.
But keep in mind,
Maybe.
anyone who has directly
Good replay
aided him in
opportunities,
hiding
I think.
is an accomplice and shares his fate.
I'll see it. I'll execute everyone around him. Hopefully, no one was stupid enough to help him.
See to it you do. All anyone
So you're
needs
asking
to
me
know is that you are
to bring
looking
brain
for Vedic
power
for
and
personal
firepower.
reasons.
We're going to work on
I
this
will
problem.
not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
All right. Oh, Herald's Rest. We've been there many times. Hello. Would you like to go to a bar with me? She says, of course I would like to go to a bar
The
with
incident
you.
was a
That's kind
terrifying
of what we
show
do.
of the Serpent's power.
I don't want to go there. This is kind of cool. Barracks. Who are you? Let's find out. Tavina Vithal. She's interesting. Let's see if we need to talk to her in the future. We know where she's at. Can I just go downstairs? Armory staff entrance. We'll do it. That wasn't really what I was looking for. I didn't really need to get up in your workplace. Didn't realize there was an elevator right to that area. I wonder if they go home at night. If they're like every other vendor in the game, they're here permanently. What's going on there? 3 of them. Inquire about. I'm just gonna go to Herald's Rest. I can't fast travel. So let's don't. How do I get out of here? So this is the barracks. The bar can't be too far away. Oh, it's right there. This is where we were. For anybody just joining, we are going to the bar again. We're working on the main quest here.
Cannot believe this happened.
No, it's terrible. Working on the main quest, we're helping House Veloth. I think that's what it's called. They are the last house we need to help for this particular phase. What is that? That's terrible. We'll eat it.